Where is that bloody innkeeper?
Oof! That isn't half heavy. Oh.
Christ. I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullet when it's time to sow winter grain.
I need to plow too, you know.
What if you lent me the bullets on Lord's Day? You're not gonna follow. And you won't lend me yours on any other day.
Go and see the priest. And I'll add it is all right.
Look out!
God bless you.
How's it going?
My wife and I are pickling cabbage. Loads of it.
One beer. Again? That's what you said last week. And the one before that.
It's good for you. Pickled cabbage drives out the black bile and puts your fluids in balance.
What fluids?
Saturn and Jupiter are in a bad constellation.
I've got a barrel of ale at home. I'm afraid it's
What did I do to you?
I never heard of
all
any
you like.
Perkstein
If
in
I
all my
told you they
years.
gave 3 times as much milk afterwards,
deal.
you still wouldn't be impressed, would you?
Dare you?
Really?
I am the
Aye,
son
aye.
of the bailiff.
Take my advice and go and pickle some cabbage, friend.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel? Yeah.
What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the...
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm.
Pack it in, Henry.
I don't believe a word.
Believe what you like. And in fact,
You want to come to the... I'll give you a... If you can, you'll see... I am... You're starting...
no.
Oh.
That's enough.
Mind your own. Take your...
I give you a chance to get ready to...
Oh,
You
We're in for an ass kicking, you piece of
that
shit.
fella. He's the one.
Nice strike. Hey,
Take that fucker! Yeah! Don't spare him! Hey! Get him! Good! I'm all yours! Stop, Dally. You leave me no choice.
No chance.
Bartman.
I'll rip your ass open!
come on then.
Take that! You want to try me?
This is unbelievable. Let him have it. Slice him up.
Open the mezcal!
He's nearly got me.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... Oh! You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off!
Shut up!
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm the only one of us with any sense.
Spoiled child! Better keep your mouth.
Well, that's something we can agree.
And whose fault is that?
I don't fucking believe it. It was you who... You should have listened.
And let him in. If it hadn't been for me, we've been in the
I don't believe it.
Who else is... You're just a
Oh, and our little prick. You only left your uncles a week.
Now you've gone too far. I've had it up to here. You were supposed to make... You're fucking...
That's enough. Don't you fucking I bend over backwards for you. But right from... You know full well...
What do you...
Let me finish. I wasn't... That's because I'm in a way that would make my
Which parents?
I...
We'll see.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
You're Henry, right? Or was it the other one? Aye, aye. You're in the right place. Over here.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh.
I've been begging for alms here for days, and that's thanks...
You're welcome.
Oh, well. Now,
Yes, you're probably right. Unless...
you're still alive, like Tomcat always...
Hey, you.
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good.
I ain't. I'm...
You're something like...
Nah. I usually find work...
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect... But I'd like... But on the whole, you...
Why?
Because they're different, and
I'd like to see what their homes...
you can go and see them.
Where are you headed?
For work. To the city. They all with the city folk.
Why exactly are you helping?
Why? I've been in the...
You said you were going to a city.
I'd like to go to Prague.
Aha.
Well, but I won't be...
What do you want to do?
I'll find something.
Don't get your hopes up.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the... I appreciate...
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master...
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence. But...
I don't want to pull wagon.
Well...
Well, sure.
More like some...
How does he show off?
with his muscles. But to be fair to him, Stanislav's sheep fell...
And Tomcat pulled it out.
And not just...
Do you think Tomcat might...
You didn't You can
Are you certain?
believe...
Where might I run in?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for...
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't. Try not to...
Where might I run?
Ugh, I can't
Oh well. It was nice to meet you.
Don't worry. You'll...
Greetings, lad. What brings you here?
As the local scribe, you know a lot of things, right?
I'd say so. In this province, not a It depends on what you're looking for.
No, don't worry.
Armor? Well, but try Radovan, the blacksmith in Tachon. He might at least sell you an iron helmet.
You don't know of anything better?
Aha!
Whose armor?
Oh, it's just a look.
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually two. Why are you so interested?
Oh, come now. Do a fellow Scot...
Youngs.
I beg your pardon?
All right. No need to lose your... In short, I don't believe it.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know.
Really?
Perhaps Prince Vladislav II.
But you just said...
Brunswick is just a...
Could you recount for me the legend?
Well, what Brunswick was a... So he decided...
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, or name, still, but...
And what happened next?
Brunswick's over time, and so, after some time on the road, what?
Well, consider...
Smart. Brunswick rushed to and from that time, except his wife, but at the wedding for
Where did Brunswick...
It is said that this...
I think I get the picture.
And it is as a reward, only specifically while visiting his uncle here at Trusky. Of course, the king wanted his armor back. It looked like Wenceslas would lay...
Chenyet was broke.
Because...
Well, if the king...
Lord Chen, it's said, or...
And do you know...
Yes, but I do... Sir Chen, do you want...
And how did that riddle go?
Wait. I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, pass through the all of forest, between them stand...
The crone and the maiden... Bloody hell! I think I know where it is.
Really? Well, seems you've got something between your ears then, lad. And you know what? I've got something else for you. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague, too. But he died of the plague. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true, because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it, as a keepsake. And now, go.
Greetings to you.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something's going on in Takoff again. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on. Will they never cut it out? And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more?
So we found someone buried here. Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started. Also, if it wasn't bad enough, now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have? And that's about it.
That sounds interesting.
God! 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 God!
Go! Go! Whoa! Whoa! God! God! I can't swim.
Hey, lad! What do you want? Come here.
What do you want?
Just to wish you a good day. You're in for an ass-kicking, you piece of shit!
There's something lying over there. I hope it's not Mutt. Nice bit of venison, and something took a good bite of it. Could Mutt have been here? And there's no trace of Mutt. Mutt's nowhere around. Someone must have taken him in. It's not far to the herb woman's place. Maybe I should ask her whether she's seen him. Go! Quick! Go! Go! Quick! Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
You look to me a lot like the one our uncle was talking about. The boy will want.
Tell me then.
And they try to tell us charms and spells do not work. Temera. The voivode will want to talk to you.
Why would I dob you in?
Just a tickle, the voivode. Seems like Aranka was telling the truth.
You don't look too good. Watch where you're going! The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I've heard incredible things about you. They say you let a fully loaded hay wagon roll over you.
Hi!
Is that how you usually spend your...
Oh, often enough. But don't think it's some trick. It's not just about being a strong...
I believe you.
Nothing's...
What's up?
Same as usual.
You were raised by a what?
You think I'm lying?
Well,
The first, it was a...
so you're an...
If we rule...
Right.
What?
No, I meant...
Well, like I say.
What did you do?
How did I...
So you've known...
Uh-huh.
I didn't realise you know.
What? The voivode...
I'd be interested. What do you do?
Right? It's not...
Don't they say
A
What can you do, Tom?
Me? Everything.
Come on.
If I put my mind...
What about... I'd like to believe that.
I can climb...
Jesus, you're a man. Wait, so
Hey, no... I never...
you don't take...
If I did...
Can you show me how you pull off...
I don't know. You mean you don't know how to hand out slaps?
Well, I'm not a complete big...
I see. You know what I mean, right?
I understand.
Of course I'll show...
I understand. Don't...
I'd be happy to show you a few tricks, but not without a bit of money.
You're bleeding. How are things going here?
The land is good. Apart from those assholes up in...
What do you mean?
Fucking tack of bastards. They're getting above themselves.
Do you want me to help with them?
Trust me. I'll make it worth your while. What do you say?
Sure. If there's something bothering you, I'll be...
Listen up, then. Those naughty Takavite bastards have nothing would teach them.
So all I have to do is take their maypole and bring it to you?
Aye, exactly. But be careful no one sees you take it. It'll be even better if they don't even know it's missing. Besides,
All right. I'll be careful.
excellent.
You want to do what to it?
Piss him off! You know? But remember, no violent, all right?
Of course. I wouldn't hurt a fly.
But go ahead and talk to Protect. At least you'll see what an
About the tack-off maypole.
Ask away.
I reckon they'll be guarding the maypole, eh?
Aye. They're proper careful and keep... You'll have to be thoughtful and outsmart them. Ask around.
Oh, you don't need me for this.
It's not that. We had one. That's how it...
Do you have any idea?
What we need is to reach. That's the important part. I reckon you'll have to climb up and chop the top off.
All right. Climbing up there should be no problem.
There you go. But I reckon climbing up...
Good day. Fucking shavings.
What a nice maypole. It'd be a shame if something...
What?
Nothing. Nothing. Really, very nice.
I'll say, the best in the country. Do you know why?
No.
Because it's the only one. We toppled the one in Zhelyov. They never saw it coming. Nobody gets the better of us. I don't, even if they do. And equal... You're up early. What'll it be?
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone.
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged...
For the nobility, eh? Well, as it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young...
So you'll take me on?
Hold your... You could forge me a hunting sword.
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but...
When's the last time I ate something?
Go over to the anvil and let's get started. Stop faffing about and get to work. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works the bellows. What's the matter with you, Henry? You can't forge anything in a cold furnace. You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out first and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Damn it, Henry! Move it! Hurry up! Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Henry, focus! Give it a try! Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Fair maidens and women of virtue, gather round and listen. I have to warn you about the greatest evil and danger on God's earth. Men's cruelty and wickedness. You may say that God created Adam and all that is in his image, so they can't be all that bad. But that's just what they want you to think. They're the ones claiming it's in Scripture. Who knows what's really in it and what they've made up? Only lying was the worst of it. But you know full well, steal and kill and rape poor defenseless women. There, maidens, protect your innocence. Run to the nunnery. Give yourselves to God. And it is too late for you. Go home. All it takes is a bit of nightshade in your husband's food.
It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. Get a move on. I'd like to get some other things done today. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Sparks! That's the stuff. That's the ring you want. The ring you want. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. The ring you want. Well struck. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there some...
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able. And then, once you've made some coin and feel like...
Well, good day.
I'm too conspicuous during the day. Better to try at night.
Semin. And they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up. And especially...
Have you any idea which way they might have gone?
There's only one road to Semin that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Truskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semin.
Those two hands of yours, Ventzer and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long. But these...
Were they suspicious?
No.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Semin wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts, and some kitchen stuff. There's a good month's work in that cart.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them.
Excuse me?
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You alright there, laddie?
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Semin is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck where you're from. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that. I'll get you. Ha! Ah! 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 Christ! Shit! I'll beat you! Ready, Bob! Fucker!
Madman! Why'd he do it?
I'm all yours! Come on! Oh, you wee
What
bastard!
in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare. So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh. You reckon we can't manage on our own?
No.
Take it easy. By the way, the fellas at the gate say you...
Yeah, I did.
Christ above! And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
I figured I'd just run along behind you.
You could, but even you're in need of a horse.
Those don't come cheap.
True. But your luck's in, lad. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that.
No, that's all. But we should get...
That we should. But it's getting... Come back in the morning. If you want...
You shouldn't be walking around by yourself.
Wait, that's...
Awful things happen.
That's my Pebbles. My girl. I thought they killed you down by that pond.
Blessings to you.
Yeah, maybe next time then.
What do you want, you yokel? Speak up or get lost.
That grey horse you have grazing here is mine.
What do you mean, yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond, but that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
Look, you know they attacked an entourage by that pond, right?
I heard about it. That news spread through the land like wildfire.
And the one who sold it to you told you he found it by the pond, right?
Well, he did, aye.
So it's not entirely impossible she belonged to me.
Maybe not impossible, but I paid for her.
Aye, but just a few groschen. You said so yourself. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might have been part of that expedition?
Maybe so. All right, I'll give her to you. But you owe me one. Go and get her then. If she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her. We're gonna miss that one.
I could go for something to eat now. Oh. Captain, I'd like to ask how things went with your mission.
Oh, now all of a sudden you're interested. Where the hell did you get to, you blockhead?
I can't tell you what.
You got a problem with your eyes, son?
No, just... I get a bit...
So I see.
It just happened.
We found it, along with those two hands.
I see.
It turned out them hired hands of Radovans had ideas of their own. They made a deal with some robber baron by the name of Gules to take the cart to him with the goods. And they didn't cheat only Radovan. They tried it on Gules, too. Wanted to keep the loot for themselves. Only he caught them.
And you found all the goods?
More or less. You can tell. And that older one's decorating an alder tree near the road here. And next time Lord Samine gives you a job, do what you're told, so I don't have to teach you.
I will, Captain.
So, job done.
Whew. That's a relief.
It turned out they tried to...
Oh, they did?
Aye.
The bastards. I should have realized. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to...
I hope you offered your help.
Well, I wouldn't exactly...
So you just told Lord Semine that the cart was missing, and then left him and that old geezer to climb all over Apollonia?
I'm
sorry my arse. That won't fix my reputation with Lord Semine. Bugger and bollocks.
I went to Semine, but dealing with those two is a tough job.
And dealing with you is an easy job, I suppose.
I'll get better, I promise.
That's for sure.
So...
Young Lord Semine's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truskovitz. What do you think of her?
Well, young Semine is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semine. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Rat.
A girl from the mill? A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more, old Semine wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first...
A blade of first class?
That's right.
Ah, I see.
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago, and folks say, from the description, it seems our...
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies. I even heard he made a pact with the devil.
What strange goings on?
I heard something in the tavern about...
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with...
No idea.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia. but you'll have to ask the Truskovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the Hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Samin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Truskovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the Hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth it.